Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. So I thought I'd film April's finished pages, and I've got loads, so stick with me. I've been I've done a lot. I'm really surprised by how many I've done, and I'm not going to show Romantic Country. I'm going to wait, and I think I'll do finished pictures maybe either towards the end or at the end, or I'll do another video on our progress at some point. So I'm going to go through them. I think they're basically in order, but it doesn't really matter, does it? So Patreon page, we work through a rotation of books, and one of them is this beautiful book by R.J. Hampson. We like a little bit of relaxation over on Patreon and some easier things occasionally. So this we'd use the Ohuhu 96 pastel marker set and a tiny bit of pencil and the Thule Art, of course, paint pens. Gotta love a Thule Art. So we did this one. You know, I do adore it. I do love colouring in this book. We've done a fair few now. We've got quite a lot going on in here. Have we? She says. No, it must be the... Oh, yeah, we have. Yeah, we have. So we did Nap Time by the wonderful RJ. And then if you've watched my videos, I did a flip through of this incredible French book that somebody sent to me. I don't know who sent it to me, but I'm so grateful they did. And I went on a deep dive and I found lots of these, and they are beautiful. They're hardback books, and like the Korean books that we love so much, you get the image to colour. I won't bang on about it too much, but I am in love. So I did do a flip through, but let me get the first page for you and give you the example. So they're perforated, so that you can tear the page out and whatnot, but you just copy the image. So on my flip through, I showed you that I'd done this one, which is all in acrylic paint markers. And I love how it came out. I absolutely adore it. I was a bit disappointed with the shadow here, but you know, you can't match every single colour, although I tried really hard, and I was able to blend up the sky, so I was just thrilled with it. And I love the artwork in this book. I just adore it. So then I went ahead, and that wasn't good enough, so I had to do another one. And you know me, I've said if I want to do a page, I'll do it regardless of the season. So then I did this one. So again, I couldn't match the colours exactly. This is the book's and this is mine, but looking back on it, I'm so excited with how it turned out. And I don't think I did too bad a job, but it's so relaxing and enjoyable to just sit and copy these images, even with shaky hands trying to do tiny details. But oh my goodness, now I've shown you, I'm going to go off this month and I'll be doing some more. I'm going on holiday the day after my birthday on the 18th, and I'm taking this book. I am taking this book. I love it. I can't wait to do more. So yeah, so that was another page. It takes a long time to do, but I think you'll agree it's so worth it. So worth it. Mine's just like, this is more desaturated, isn't it, than mine, I think. But I still enjoy it. I still think it's lovely. And I even managed to get a little bit of texture on the door by layering two colours over each other. Look, isn't that cool? So clever. I really enjoy it, and they don't, of course, when you colour in a lot, they don't hurt my hands, so I'm getting so much enjoyment out of them. So that's that one, and this is called, it's by Florine Larichon. She's on Instagram as well, and her work is divine. And I did translate it, but I can't remember what it's called. But that's the book if you want to go and put it in Amazon France, or find my video and I put a link in below. I'm not affiliated, so you know, I'm not making any money out of it. I'm just telling you they're incredible books. Okay, so let's turn our attention to Kirby's new book. And I did start one at the back here as a video, and I've now lost the footage. But I started the this page, what's it called? Jack and the Giant Beanstalk, for goodness sake, Lucy. So I did start that one, but I've lost the footage, so I wouldn't be able to pick it up. I was going to do it as I'd started it as a colour with me, but then realised just how long it was going to take to get it up to you. So what I did was the beautiful swan page instead, the ugly duckling that's turned into the swan. And my lovely friend Joelle has now taken that colour palette over here and done it over here, and it looks magnificent, so I might have to do that as well. Yeah, so I was thrilled with how this turned out. It's one of my most liked pictures on Instagram, I think, this one. I never get a lot of likes over on Instagram, poor me. But this was Prismacolors. I think it's Prismacolors and Thule art pens in its entirety, I'm pretty sure. And this is a colour with me on the channel if you want to have a go yourself. So that's Kirby Roseanne's brand new book, Dark Fairy Tales. And then I was on this practicing with Paint Pen Kick, and I'm not a huge fan of this colouring book. I haven't coloured in it, so I thought, well, if you're not worried about the images in it, have a go. But I really love how it's turned out. So this image is entirely done with paint pens again, and of course she's got her Lady Diana swirls, Princess Diana swirls, and yeah, but the entire, I've got a mark there, the entire thing was done with paint pens. Amazon paper doesn't cope too badly when you use them, but yeah, look at that. It came out really cute actually. It comes out very matte, like almost like a gouache painting when you've done it, but I love it. I absolutely love working with them. So I just need a few more refinements to get things down how I want them, but you know, being able to just learn to start blending these colours and sort of sweeping them into each other, you know. So that's why I'm practicing in books like this. And it also helps, like I say, with pain. If you're in pain, they're so easy to work with. So yeah. So that was Selena Fenwick's Fadorables. Did that one. And then me and my lovely friend Joelle, we did a buddy colour in here. We did one last month, or the month before. I can't remember. Where is it? Did we? I'm sure we did. Oh no, I did the fox. That's right. But we buddied up and we did this one, the bunny, of course, for April. And this was my versions. I will put Joelle's here. Hers is just gorgeous. Her colouring is amazing. It really is. So this was paint pens, and what did I use? Let me get my diary. Paint pens. What pencils did I use? Because it wasn't all Prismas this month at all. I used I haven't put it down. Oh no, hang on. Art markers, paint pens, Artex pencils. So so I did a base of alcohol markers, then I used paint pens to put in some fur with, and then the Artex pencils to colour it with. So thank you, Joelle, for another beautiful buddy colour. I do enjoy it. And as a group over on WhatsApp for our members, we've set up a buddy colour for this month. So there's a huge amount of us doing a page in Joanna Basford's The World's book, I think it is. No, Rooms of Wonder. That's it. So thank you, Joelle. I really enjoyed it. And then on Patreon we did, this is another one of our books, Matchstick Mouse, a springtime colouring book by the incredibly talented Morgan O'Brien. And we did this one, I called it April Showers. And this is, again, we use the alcohol. If we've got single-sided books that we can't use water mediums in, I use alcohol markers and Prismacolor pencils. And it's also got, I don't know if you can pick up on that, but it has got a tiny bit of stickles. Yeah, stickles on his on the snail. It's not picking it up particularly well, but stickles on the snail, so he looks slimy, and in a little bit of the water. So paint pens, Prismacolors, and acrylic mark. Lucy Lou. Alcohol markers. That's the word. So pleased with that. That's a springtime colouring book. And then, so there's a lot that I did by myself that no one's seen. So one of the first ones I did, I've had this book for ages. This is by Mystic Art Mirrors. She's on Etsy. This is where this came from. You can get the downloads or you can buy the physical books. This is called Terence and Roxy's Colouring Adventure. And I think it's more aimed at children, but it's a really cute book. This was a complete fluff up when I first started colouring, and then never touched the book again. So I got it out. And I did this one. This little girl sleeping on the moon. And let me check, see what I can see that I've used alcohol markers. So I used, let's see, I think, oh, alcohol markers, paint pens, and the Thule Arts. But that, oh, that's it then. So it's alcohol markers, paint pens. She's paint pen, her hair's paint pen. Her face would be alcohol markers. And yeah, and I haven't outlined these. Look, I've missed these out. Down the bottom. It's been quite a stressful month for one reason or another, but so this is why I've done so many. I've just sort of shut myself away, and I was also had to have a week off because I was poorly with the pain in my back and not sleeping, so I've done really well considering all that. And then let's not forget the romantic country pages that I've done that you're not going to get to see at the moment. I might sort of chuck them in every so often. But I'm really pleased with how this came out, so I can now revisit my beautiful book. And the paper in here is lovely. You don't need to use alcohol markers. You could paint with it, you know, acrylic watercolours. I'm sure it would cope if you didn't slosh it. But yeah, so I'm like a hair. I'm really pleased with how I managed to get the hair with paint pens. And just the blends, you know, I just enjoy it. Just enjoy it. It's lovely. So I was pleased with that one. They do have colour on, they're being washed out, but... So I need to go back and finish that, and I was going to put some glitter on my crystals and sort of make them sparkly. So I do need to finish that. And then I did a buddy colour with a lovely lady on Instagram called L Colours and Designs. I'll put hers here. And we did... Got to try and find it now. Here we did the bird page, and this was my effort at I'd got an image of a goldfinch, so this was my effort at doing that. So it was pencils and paint pens again. Let me just check. I don't know what I've used. Quite a different array of pencils this month, but I don't think I've even written it down. I don't think I've written it down where, you know, when I was ill I was just sort of wading through it. But I think I did have my Pablos out, so I think it may well have been Pablos. And again, paint pens. So I took out the like Zen Doodly design in it, you know, like you get in, and then with my paint pens, and then just put some... and then carried on colouring with it, and put some little paint pen flowers round. And I'll put Ellie's here. She did a beautiful, beautiful job. Her colouring was just divine. I loved it. And she's got, I love how she's got the bluebird and then the red bird underneath, and it just looks so beautiful. I love it. So yeah, so that was Small Victories, Joanna Batsford, and I'm really pleased with how it came out, because I've never ever really, unless I've used like acrylic paint to take out lines or paint pen, I've never really completely just left the outline and done my own thing. And so I kind of did on this page. Went rogue, folks, I went rogue. So that's Joanna Batsford's Small Victories. Aren't they handy, these little books? And then again, there is, I do change from paint pens, I promise, but I did a, oh gosh, I'm so shaky. I've just been diagnosed with diabetes, so this is probably why I've got all this shaking going on at the moment. I did a page in Curious Fox's World, and what was it that I did? This one. Yes, alcohol markers and paint pens. Foxy is a mix, well, it's all a mix of alcohol marker base and paint pens, but isn't that cute? They're such cute little images. They remind me of Morgan O'Brien, but it's actually by Jennifer Rowling. And it's a really lovely, cute little book. If you like this sort of imaging books, it's a really, really cute book on Amazon paper. But yeah, it's got some gorgeous images in here. So I was going for ease, and what I could just sort of pick up, and go off and do my own thing. So I put some clouds in the background, put some little flowers on the leaves. Yeah, and that's about it really. Paint pen, alcohol markers. I don't think there's any pencil on it at all. It doesn't feel like I've put any pencil on there whatsoever. But I'm really pleased with how it came out, and I just so enjoy it. So there are more pages coming up that aren't. Well, yeah. Okay, so that's Curious Fox's World by, who did we say? Jennifer Rowling. Lovely, lovely book. Really do like it. Okay, so then all these books are coming from trying to put my books back on my shelf from when we're sorting out my office, and it's still not there. It's a very slow process, folks. Okay, this is a huge book, so I'm going to have to lift you up. This is Carolina Kubikowska's Rising, and I hadn't coloured in this either. She was one of those artists when I was working that if she brought something out, I purchased it straight away. I don't have the funds anymore. So this had kind of sat on my shelf pristine. I hadn't touched it. So when I went to put it on the shelf, I thought, I'm doing that. So I did this lovely elfin girl, alcohol markers. And I think this is a combination of, she doesn't look as dark as that in real life, but I think this is a combination of Pablo's and polychromos and alcohol markers, of course, and just that must be paint pen. It must have taken hours to do all those little dots. I went over all the black with the little dots, but yeah, this Carolina Kubikowska's work is not for everyone, I understand that, but I do love it. I do love her work. Anyway, so that's the page I did, and I thought, you know, that the reason they've sat on the shelf is because I didn't want that bleed through on the back. If you're using other mediums, it's ugly. But somebody once said to me, if you don't like it, Lucy, why don't you cover the back? So I mean, there is some truth in that. We've got some beautiful sort of what do you call it, collage, or what do you call it, the papers that you can get to do I can't, do you know what I mean? Oh gosh, journaling and things, scrapbooking and that kind of stuff. You can get some beautiful papers, and I could back it if I want to, or I could just put white paper over it, or I could just leave it. So it did occur to me that actually, instead of a book sitting on a shelf, because I was worried about all the bleed through and it looking ugly in these beautiful books, there's ways around it. So I thought, do you know what? Surely it's better loved and coloured in than sat on my shelf doing nothing because I don't want bleed through. So there she is, yeah. Alcohol markers, Prismas, Pablos, not Prismas, polychromos and Pablos. And yeah, just broken the back of the book, because they are quite expensive, these books. So that's Rising by Carolina Kubikowska. I got this from Etsy. I used to get her stuff on, she had a website, I don't know what happened to it. And then I'm trying to revisit older books that you can still get either on Amazon, or mostly on Amazon. I'm trying to find cheaper versions of, you know, the cheaper versions as they come out later. This is Grazio Salvo's Wild Soul, and it is the most beautiful book. And so I did a colour with me, these are older ones, I did a colour with me on the channel, older one, these are all older. I think this is pastel, when I was doing pastel pencils, and that one, that's pastel. Yeah, so this is one of the older books. I'm trying to pick out older books that have been forgotten about that we can colour in. So on the channel, I did a colour with me in this one. Now I think, I don't know if I've written it down, I think this was watercolour by the look of it, watercolour, and I don't know if I've written it down because I was not with it at all this month. Sorry. I don't know if I've written it down. I think I kind of gave up writing stuff down. I'm normally really good, but so anyway, it's up on the channel, and I think it's probably, oh, I think it was polychromos. I think I got the polychromos out actually, because yeah, I think that watercolours and polychromos, and I think I tried to do as much as I could in watercolour, and then we put a tiny bit of shading over the top just to sort of lift things and define things. But boop, I love how he turned out. So that is, which is now available on Amazon. I can't vouch for the paper, what it'll be like, but this is Wild Soul by the very talented Grazio Salvo. We're nearly there, folks. And then I did a page in Dream Voyage. I have had this book because I had it on pre-order, so I have had this book for a while, but I really wasn't that impressed because of it. It's dark and a lot of it is tiny. But I thought, you know what, I'll give it a go. I will give it a go. And so I did this page. So I did the fountain page. And this is a mix, I think. Oh, I don't know. No, it's not. There's no alcohol markers on this. This is Pablo's, Prisma's, Polychromos, the 3 Ps. And I've missed the little flowers there. So as I got down here, this is where the week where I started to feel poorly and had to take some time out from Patreon and my members. I couldn't do it. I wasn't sleeping at all. I think I went for like 3 days with 2 hours sleep. It was awful. So at this point, I pulled out the paint pens. All these little flowers down here, the daffodil-like things, are all done in paint pen. But the rest of it is, that's paint pen. The flowers, but the rest of it is pencil work, and all the suns that I put in are all paint pen, and then I've detailed with paint pen. But it's really pretty. I like how it came out. But on the tree, that's got some paint pen on, just certain details, you know. But yeah, I think it's really pretty. I like the colours. I just wish that I'd have left it alone until I felt better. But you know, they look alright, the flowers at the bottom. It's just, I was going to do all the dots in a contrasting colour on the clouds, but that was just too much for my brain. So this is Mela Panini Chatzipanitu's brand new book. Some lovely ones in here actually. I don't know why I was disappointed, but I think I had such high expectations. But when you come back and pick it up, it is actually a really beautiful book. It's just, some of the detail is so tiny. It's not that bad actually, but some of the details are so tiny that it kind of throws me off. And I get bored with the page. Do you? You know, I got to the point down here. Obviously I wasn't well, and you're not thinking straight because you're tired, but I got to the point down here, I thought, I'm just done with it now. I'm done. I have to finish it so I can do another page. And there, look, this is tiredness. I've forgotten to do the little flower on the top of the caterpillar's head. But yeah, so Dream Voyage, I did a page in there. There's only 2 more to go, folks. Thank goodness I'm not showing you Romantic Country as well. Okay, so this is a Patreon book, and this is Rita Berman's Walk Through the Seasons. And we worked through this together. We used different mediums in here. And we did this one. Now, what did I use? I can't remember. I don't know. I don't know whether we used watercolours. Oh, Neocolours. Neocolour 2s. That's what that Wild Soul one was. It wasn't watercolour. That was Neocolour 2s. Sorry. Yeah, I cracked out the Neos. That's right. And I did that on the... I did this on the Wednesday for Patreon. And then because I'd got my Neos out, I thought, oh, let's have a go. And then I did that other one on the Thursday, the Wild Soul colour with me. So it was Neocolours. And we did the little dragonfly, nice and simple. I didn't want to wreck this page because I'm desperate to do this one again. So yeah, love that. Nice and pastel-y. Beautiful colours, bit of paint pen to take out the black, some of the black lines, and there we go. So that was Rita Berman's Walk Through the Seasons. And then last but not least, yesterday was Patreon day. I always post on a Wednesday on Patreon, and we're working through Maria Troll's Universum. And we did, which is a collection of all her older works. It's got some of her newer ones. It's got Luna in there and things, but that's an old one. Patreon. Those two Patreon? Well, they're all Patreon. And yeah, this is the one I did yesterday. And I did post it on Instagram, and then when I looked, it's really blurry. I don't know if it was me or whether it was my eyes when I looked, but it looked really blurry. But anyway, so I did her yesterday. This was entirely Prismacolors and a little bit of Thule Art paint pen. And I'm really pleased with how it came out. I called it It's a Jungle Out There. And I had a lot of fun doing it. I love Maria Troll's work. It's a pleasure to work in this book with Prismacolor pencils, I can tell you. They just work so well on this paper. I don't know what it is about it, but they do. So yeah, so we did that one yesterday. Lots of paint pen, taking out the black as much as I could. And yeah, just a thoroughly enjoyable process. It's we're much more laid back on the Patreon pages. We try and do things as effective but as simple as possible. And we are, you know, we're doing that on the members too, but Romantic Country is a different, it's in a category of its own, isn't it, that book? It really is. We couldn't have picked a harder book or more challenging book to work through as our first members book together, but we're nearly there. We'll be finished this year. So yeah, so that's my latest Patreon page yesterday, and that, I think, my lovely friends, is everything. And that's a lot, isn't it? I must have I've been like a machine. So no wonder my hands were aching and hurting. But yeah, I've thoroughly enjoyed every moment, and spending it with you guys, it just, I don't know, I don't think, oh God willing, that I'll ever get bored of colouring, just because there is so many variations of things that you can do. The images are different, the artists are different, the paper's different, the mediums you use are different, you know. So if I get bored with one thing, I'll move on and do another thing, and then months later get out, you know, say I haven't used Distress inks for ages, and at one time I was using them all the time, and then you get bored with that, fed up with that, so you get out another medium, and again it sparks your interest. So I think that's what I love about colouring. And let's not forget the community that we're in that does it as well. So thank you for watching me. I won't keep up any more of your time. If you're in the UK, we've got a long weekend this weekend. No Monday, no work for you guys. So enjoy your lovely long weekend, and let's hope, fingers crossed, that the weather stays nice for us. So until we meet again, it will be Mini Monday. I'm going to do an RJ in RJ's little book. I don't know which image yet, but we're going to do a Mini Monday image, or images, we'll see. So until we meet then on Monday, take really good care of yourselves, enjoy the sunshine while it lasts, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.